After watching this video, you will never view school system the same way again. Watch this video till the end, folks, and subscribe and make sure you drop a like. It only takes 2 seconds of your time. The dark underbelly of our education system. It's time to shatter the proverbial chains that have bound us since childhood, the chains of the education system. Many of us have been led to believe that education is a noble pursuit, a gateway to success and enlightenment. But what if I told you it's all part of a well-orchestrated plan of the elites? To understand the origins of this scam, let's travel back in time to ancient Greece, where the concept of education first arose. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, these brilliant minds sought to inspire critical thinking and skepticism. But alas, their ideals became a threat to those in power. These luminous intellects endeavored to ignite the flames of critical thinking and skepticism. Alas, their noble ideals posed a menacing threat to the very foundations of power of the elites. The hallowed halls of the educational system, once a beacon of enlightenment, became a battleground for the suppression of their revolutionary teachings. Fast forward to the Dark Ages, an era plagued by ignorance and superstition. Scholars and freethinkers were condemned as heretics, and knowledge was tightly controlled by the ruling elites. The same propaganda they are running now with school system. It was here that the seed of the school system scam was sown. The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era, one fueled by capitalist ambitions. The elites saw an opportunity to manipulate the masses, and what better way than through a standardized education system? Suddenly, education became a tool to mold obedient factory workers, rather than nurturing independent thinkers. Enter textbooks, our accomplices in this grand scheme. These so-called educational materials were carefully curated by the elites to filter knowledge and manipulate facts. Only the approved narrative fit for the establishment was allowed within those pages, poisoning the minds of generation after generation. But what about the lost teachings, the suppressed truths that could empower the masses and dismantle this scam? Ancient wisdom, esoteric knowledge, alternative histories, all conveniently swept under the rug. Our true potential, our capacity for critical thinking, intentionally disregarded in favor of conformity and subservience. Imagine, my friends, a world where imagination, creativity, and divergent thinking were nurtured instead of stifled. A world where students are encouraged to question, challenge, and explore beyond the confines of institutionalized learning. However, that world doesn't serve the agenda of the elites. Here is the real story of Napoleon and the education system. Napoleon Bonaparte orchestrated the creation of the school system to exert influence over the population. And in the early 19th century, Napoleon Bonaparte emerged as a strategic mastermind, not only on the battlefield, but also in the realm of governing. Recognizing the immense potential of education to shape a nation's future, Napoleon hatched a cunning plan. His visionary goal, to mold a generation of loyal citizens. With Napoleonic confidence, he set out to manipulate the education system into a formidable weapon of control. Napoleon understood that education holds the power to mold young minds, shaping their thoughts, values, and beliefs. The emperor realized that by dictating the content of education, he could control the narrative, steering it in a direction to serve his grand ambitions. Thus, Napoleon laid the foundation for the modern school system, a tool veiled under the guise of enlightenment, yet concealing an ulterior motive. To achieve true mastery over the population, Napoleon first had to gain control over those who would shape young minds, the teachers. He devised a rigorous training program, ensuring that educators adhered to his prescribed ideologies. By carefully selecting and grooming individuals who shared his vision, Napoleon ensured a consistent transmission of his ideals through generations. Once the teachers were aligned, it was time to construct a curriculum designed to perpetuate his desired narrative. Napoleon strategically interwove topics promoting patriotism, obedience, and loyalty to the empire. The objective was clear: to foster a population that unquestioningly revered its leader and embraced the ideals he propagated. Students were taught to recite facts and accept them as ultimate truth, never daring to question or challenge. The same thing we are doing now. Grading systems and rigid curricula ensure conformity and discourage independent thought. Standardized tests are designed to reward memorization of facts that they created over genuine understanding, perpetuating the cycle of mediocrity. Uniforms, a symbol of conformity and suppression of individuality. The elites have successfully created an environment where self-expression is quashed and free spirits are labeled as troublemakers. They seek to mold us into obedient, unquestioning cogs in the machine, incapable of challenging their grip on power. The new generation is coming, instead being pulled in their agendas. Let's prioritize God where God is mocked in every corner, and encourage free thinking in children and keep them away from their propaganda. A generation where even the food is unnutritious. We are slowly waking up and shape our future ourselves other than relying on those Satanists. Thank you for watching. This is no ordinary channel. Make sure to subscribe. This video might get deleted anytime.